Hello everyone and welcome into the Pioneer Weekly Recap and Preview Show. I'm Brian Staten. It's been a couple of weeks, but there's been a lot that has gone on in that couple of week period as we head into the Easter weekend that usually signifies Conference Championship weekend as well. That is what it will be for tennis. But before we get there, let's talk about the schedule for the Tusculum Pioneers coming up this weekend. For Pioneer Baseball, it is a senior weekend, and inclement weather could hamper the schedule for the weekend, as across much of the region, rain will be in from Good Friday through Easter Sunday. So with that said, stay tuned to TusculumPioneers.com to get the latest updates and potential schedule changes in the baseball schedule. There's already been a change in the softball schedule. They were thinking ahead and being proactive and moved a match or a game to Thursday, but that Thursday game has now been moved to Monday. So Tusculum taking on the Lenoir Bears in Hickory, North Carolina for softball has been moved to Monday, and Tusculum's Monday game with Milligan has been canceled and will not be made up. As far as the other activities that are going on in the at Tusculum, beach volleyball, what a banner season it's been for them in their first year. They're traveling to Florida for the Small College Championships. The South Atlantic Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championships are being held this weekend as well, as they were playing or in action on Thursday and also on Saturday. Again, stay tuned to TusculumPioneers.com to get the latest updates on your favorite athlete and your favorite team competing this week. Also this weekend at Tusculum, the lacrosse teams will be at home. Men and women will be taking on Catawba here as they wrap up the regular season as well. And big shout out to Juliet Casano to get a chance to talk about her and what she had been able to accomplish over the last couple of weeks, but previously was named the AstroTurf Women's Lacrosse Offensive Player of the Week for her actions last week, as we didn't get a chance to talk with you last week. And we talked a lot about what has gone on as far as the men's and women's tennis teams and the men's and women's golf teams, because they have already begun their conference championships, and for golf, they've already completed their conference championship. The women's golf team this past week finishing at 7th in the South Atlantic Conference tournament, and the men's golf team finishing 8th in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Congratulations to Kyle Engelbert. He was named All-Tournament. He finishes 7th individually as a freshman for the Tusculum Pioneers. So congratulations to the golf team and completion of a solid season in the South Atlantic Conference this year. Which leads us to the top story, really, for Tusculum in the spring to this point. Man, it seems as if Adam Jackson and the women's tennis team have always been able to rise to the top. This is a team that has been a little bit more special, I think, over the last couple of seasons for Adam Jackson, just in the fact that they have claimed the outright conference championship. Let's go and focus on women's tennis, because there's a lot to get to for this women's tennis team. The Tusculum University women's tennis team finishing in the South Atlantic Conference #1 this year. Okay, and again, that has been something that I think since 2010, when they had won it outright in 2009, shared the title in 2010. That was the start of the dominance for the Wingate University Bulldog program. The Pioneers have beaten Wingate for the first time since the last time the Pioneers were able to at least clinch a share of the conference championship. So a long winning streak for Wingate in conference play comes to an end this year, thanks to the Tusculum women's team. And you see the years for Tusculum and what they have been able to accomplish in their 6th championship run. And Adam Jackson and this team was able to do that. Individually, Tusculum University junior Annie McCullough was named the South Atlantic Conference Player of the Year in women's tennis. Head coach Adam Jackson earned a Coach of the Year honors as the South Atlantic Conference made that announcement this week. But a total of 6 Pioneer players received honors from the conference. We'll talk a little bit more about their accolades in a moment, but it was the perfect 10-0 conference regular season championship that won the program's first league title since 2010, their first outright crown since 2009, as we talked about that. And what they have done being ranked this year nationally, and how they have finished the season, and some of the things what this program has been able to do and accomplish, and being in the top 20 in the nation, obviously being one of the top teams in this conference. Individually, though, it was the McCullough sisters that were a big catalyst for this, but it seems like everybody on the team was able to earn an all-conference spot. A total of 6 players receiving honors from the all-conference team this season. it was Annie McCullough, who was named the South Atlantic Conference Player of the Year, is the first Tusculum women's tennis player since Leslie Murray won the award all 4 years of her career from 2001 through 2004 out of Northern Ireland. She was honorable mention in all-conference in singles as a freshman and was a second-team all-conference selection as a sophomore and repeats as a first-team all-conference in double. She went 10-0 in both singles and doubles in conference matches for the Pioneers, winning 9 of her 10 singles matches in straight sets and going 8-0 at Flight 1. McCullough has a 16-3 overall record in dual matches this season for Tusculum. McCullough's record in singles, 25-4. Career dual match, 52-7. Impressive for Annie McCullough, the Conference Player of the Week. And again, Leslie Murray was able to accomplish it. And of course, this season they named the court after Leslie Murray because she was able to be the Conference Player of the Year 4 straight years. Well, her sister earning some hardware as well. Caitlin McCullough played at Flight 2 and 3 in singles for the Pioneers. She compiled a season record of 8-2 in conference matches. Her overall dual match record this season, 14-4, 6-1 record at Flight 2 and 8-3 at Flight 3, earning second-team all-conference selection last year. She took first-team conference doubles for the second consecutive year. Congratulations to Caitlin. First-team singles, first-team doubles. In doubles, she played together exclusively. The McCulloughs played exclusively together, went 10-0 as we talked about, and the duo has won 15 consecutive matches and has a 17-2 record in dual match play this season and sport an overall record 24-3. They're ranked 25th in the latest ITA Division II National Doubles rankings. All tournament, or I should say, honorable mention all-conference honors go to Julia Lopez, Africa Moda, Brittany Brooks, and Emil Hansen. We'll talk about Lopez first. She played most of the season at number 4 singles for the Pioneers. She went 8-1 conference competition. Her only loss in a 10-point tiebreaker after Tusculum had clinched the team win at LR on March 29th. Lopez had 8 straight set wins, but her most significant victory was a 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 win over Wingate April 6th that gave the Pioneers the 4-3 win. And talked about the number that Wingate had. 76 match conference winning streak is what was snapped thanks to Lopez. Lopez and Moda teamed up to play number 2 doubles behind the McCulloughs and went 8-2 this year for them. But so congratulations. We talked about the players who were earning the honorable mention. Africa Moda, Brittany Brooks, Emil Hansen. Brittany Brooks and Emil Hansen in doubles play. Congratulations to them for earning honorable mention. Now, Adam Jackson earning Coach of the Year, probably not much to the surprise of many, but in his 4th year has led the team to a 73-17 overall record, a gaudy 38-4 record in conference play. Coached the Pioneers to the 2017 Conference Tournament Championship, has guided the program to back-to-back Division II tournament appearances. During his tenure, he's now coached 10 different players who have made the all-conference team in his 4 years. Tusculum, he's had the Player of the Year, the Freshman of the Year, and the Tournament Most Valuable Player of the Year. And overall, he's just a genuinely nice guy. So why wouldn't you want him to be your Coach of the Year as well? But congratulations to all of the women's tennis players and to Adam Jackson for earning the incredible honors and well-deserved honors as well for the women's tennis team. Now, they're in the tournament play and they're into the semifinals this week, hoping to get to the finals for a chance to repeat in the last, 2 of the last 3 seasons where they could be tournament champions. It won't be easy, obviously, and there's some really good competition out there as the women into the semifinals against Lenore Rhine. The men's tennis team, as we turn our attention there, have bowed out of the postseason. A favorable ranking as they came in as a top 40 team in the nation and came in as the number 4 seed in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. They played this past Monday and they were able to participate in the conference tournament and host a game at the Nichols Tennis Complex, but were defeated by Anderson University 4-2 as they have bowed out of the postseason rankings, or I should say in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. But the Pioneers have placed a couple of guys on the all-tournament team. As the all-tournament team was announced this week, junior Yago Fernandez was named second team all-conference in singles, and sophomore David Akimpatad was selected honorable mention in singles for the Pioneers. The duo helped Tusculum to a 13-6 overall record and a 7-3 mark in conference play, which was good for 4th place in the final South Atlantic Conference standings. More on Fernandez. He was named second team all-conference in singles for a second time of his career and received all-conference status for the fourth time in 3 seasons at Tusculum. The Spain native led the Pioneers with a 12-5 record in dual matches and was 8-2 in conference matches as well. For David Akimpatad, he has a 4-11 record for the Pioneers this 11-4 record for the Pioneers this season, went 8-1 in conference matches, primarily at flight number 1. It was tough for him, no question about it, but the France native faced 5 nationally ranked opponents during the season, went 2-3, including victories over 5th-ranked Renato Lima of Indianapolis February 15th and 23rd ranked Ignacio Belgran of Anderson March 2nd. In straight sets. So congratulations to Fernandez and Akimpatad for finishing all conference this year. Now, in case you missed out on either of the men's or women's tennis competition here at Tusculum University this Monday or Tuesday, those are posted up right now on the Pioneer YouTube page. You can go back and watch those matches for the first time for Tusculum, where all the matches were streamed live. So get on there if you have not been able to check that out to see those. You have that opportunity right now. Let's turn our attention to field and track and field, I should say. Just throw out some congratulations to Tusculum University students for earning all weekly honors. And let's go back to Richard Gravel and Nicole McMillan. Richard Gravel was named the track athlete of the week just 2 weeks ago, and Nicole McMillan was named the track athlete of the week just last week for their competition in last week. But Guillaume DeVries has been named this week the field athlete of the week. That was announced on Monday. DeVries established a single best by clearing 6 feet 9 3/4 inches in the high jump during the competition at the Gamecock Invitational on Saturday. DeVries went head-to-head with 4 Division I jumpers and hit that mark on his 3rd attempt, eventually finished second to former All-American Cody Stein of Ohio State, who cleared 6 feet 11 3/4 inches as well. Now, DeVries is currently tied for 11th in Division II with that mark and is ranked 1st in the conference on that performance list in that event. DeVries was second in the high jump in the South Atlantic Conference Indoor Championships in February, scheduled to compete in the high jump at the Outdoor Championships, which won't happen until Saturday at Irwin Belk Track at Lenoir Rhine in Hickory, North Carolina. Again, they're going to deal with some weather, but we'll deal with that, obviously, and go forward. So, congratulations to Guillaume DeVries being named the Field Athlete of the Week in the South Atlantic Conference. We've got our own Athletes of the Week as well, the Zaxby's Athletes of the Week. We'd like to shout out to Richard Gravel along with Annie McCullough. For Tusculum University sprinter Richard Gravel earning the Zaxby's Athlete of the Week. He broke his own record in the 100 and the 200 meters and was the top Division II finisher in each event at the Gamecock Invitational Saturday. He was 5th in the 100 with a time of 10.31 seconds. He took 9th in the 200 meters at 20.86, again breaking his own records. His time in the 100 was the 2nd fastest in Division II this year, and his 200 meters places him 3rd on the Division II performance list. Meanwhile, for Annie McCullough, she won both of her matches in singles and doubles as the Pioneers clinched the outright conference championship with wins over LMU and Catawba, playing at number 2 singles for the Pioneers. McCullough defeated Julia Luce of LMU on Wednesday, then rallied for a 4-6, 6-4, 6-3 win over Sophie Hirsch of Catawba on Saturday. Obviously, they were able to win this past week as well and advance to the semifinals. Out of Northern Ireland, 8-2 in conference matches this season, 14-4 in dual matches, and has a 17-8 overall record. Congratulations to Richard Gravel. May have said Annie, but Caitlin McCullough earning our Zaxby's Athlete of the Week. The McCullough sisters can be mad at me after all of that. It'll be okay. Once again, baseball this weekend is at home. Lacrosse this weekend is at home as well. A big shout out to all the organizers who put together the Tusculum Make-A-Wish 5K run walk. That was just a couple of weeks ago. Getting a chance to talk about it. A huge success once again for Tusculum University. Make plans to attend next year. Remember, it's spring. It'll be around the Old Oak Festival as well, which was also something that just wrapped up here at Tusculum University as well. make plans to attend. Get on this campus during the spring just to see how beautiful the state's oldest school is. For everyone involved with the Pioneer Sports Network, Nick Forsberg, Dom Donnelly, Jim Miller, I'm Brian Staten. And until next week, go Pioneers.